Wow. That's nice. Ryan hasn't even unwrapped this.
There you go. Alright, very nice. Okay. How long did you think it would have stood there? Good for the arch you can.
Beautiful pictures. Okay, who is supposed to get the coaches?
No, they're gone. The captains.
When I first heard that Coach Fiacco was going to be a part of our football program, I knew it would be a fun year. I've known him for a while.
Now you're
He's my teacher in the classroom for a while, so I know his personality pretty well. But the moment that I really knew he was part of F1 football was in the locker room when he did his first speech for our first game. It was ridiculous. Everybody went crazy, and nobody knew that he had it in him. But he did have to make up for this one time during doubles when we have this drill called Fuji. And what we do is we run plays, and whenever we make a mistake, we have to run sprints. But we did pretty well that day, and Coach Fiacco, at the end of the day, he was saying some words to us, and he's like, yeah, you guys did well in practice today and did a good job in Fiji. So I'd like to give you from the team a bottle of Fiji water. And since your name is Fiacco the Taco, we'd like to give you a gift card to Moe's. Thank you.
I had Coach Keeney, and this year he kind of got thrown into being the offensive line coach because our offensive line coach last year took a position at Oswego at being the athletic director, and so this probably wasn't that easy to get used to us because we have some interesting personalities for the offensive line, Ogun and Riccioni. But he took care of us, worked us hard, but we always had fun with it. Especially like this one time, we were over on the turf. We had to run all the way down to the way back field to hit the sled. And when we get down there are just bees flying everywhere. He looks at us, he goes, is anybody allergic? Nobody said anything. Riccioni and Ogun, being the people they are, just started their nervous laugh, and then pulls out some tape finds where the bee's nest was, because it was in a little pipe, and he covers either side of the hole of the pipe where the bee's nest was. So while they're all flying around in there, we're hitting the sled, probably just making him like extremely angry. And we were, we just all had a good laugh about that, or run back up while we were all wheezing. So when you're prepared for next year, I got you some green duct tape. I'm not done yet. Also, earlier in the season, we kind of had a little mishap with my helmet when it smelled pretty bad, and well, my mom tried to clean it, and needless to say, it didn't last very long after that. So just heads up for all you parents. Just let it smell. Don't try and clean it. But just in case that ever happens again, I also got you Febreze, so you just cover up the smell. And for the numerous times you've had to work on my helmet other than that, I also got you a multi-purpose screwdriver.
Coach Mitch. Being a quarterback and our offensive coordinator, head coach, we spent a lot of time together on and off the field. I've had him for homeroom all 4 years of high school, and I had him in class sophomore year. And one thing about Coach Mitch is that he's one of the most passionate people I've ever met. He has a passion for people, a passion for the game of football, and really a passion for anything he does in life, whether it's driving to school one morning or going in for one of our playoff games. It doesn't matter the stage. He always has passion for what he does, and that's one of the things I think as a team we've really learned from him. I know I have, and I've always, he's been one of the biggest role models in my life. Moving here at the end of 8th grade, coming into the football program, he really took me under his wing, and to have a passion. The amount of passion he's had, it's unbelievable, and everyone should really, see that in him and thank him for that, and what he does for the program and for the community of FM. Going back to playing quarterback, one of the things I struggled with was getting depth in the pocket. So you have the offensive line, and on a pass play, you need to get depth to see over the line and, see downfield. And I feel like every time I made a poor throw, I'd look at him, and junior year, he'd always have to tell me, I need to get more depth. It's like, all right, I gotta get more depth. And the senior year, I made a bad pass, come over the sideline, coach, I know, I need to get more depth. So something to help out your future quarterback. Help him with depth and bring this out to the field. All right, guys, Jake, you're up next. Depth.
So I'm Coach Rhodes. I'm Coach Rhodes, and I've known Coach for 3 years, and really he's been one of the most influential people in my life during those 3 years. I think I speak for all the running backs here. When you have someone who played the same position as you, it's a great advantage because he coaches that position, the position that he played, but just the fact that he played the position at the highest level he could play at, it's a tremendous advantage that we have over pretty much all the other running backs in the league, and for that I'm certainly grateful. Off the field, I think one of the things Coach Rhodes has really taught us is, he's really taught us, about being humble, and, not forgetting where you came from. Coach, his football career, he had a great football career, and he went on and accomplished things that all of us can only hope to accomplish. And yet, he remembered where he came from. He was humble, and he came back to his roots, and he helps at his high school. And I think that that really speaks a lot about his character. So now that I've said some nice things, I can say, get that in business a little bit. Okay. So actually, there's two gifts tonight for him. The first one, now as the season went on, I started to notice some things, little idiosyncrasies people had. So coach during defensive timeouts, he'd always, he'd run out, he'd jog out to us, and the water boys would be behind him. Are the water boys out here today or no? They're not here? Okay. Well, the water boys would be behind with the water, he'd come and talk to us. We'd grab the water, we'd be sipping on it, and I noticed that every now and then he'd tell the water boys, guys, earmuffs, put your earmuffs on. Coach Rhodes, he's a pretty intense guy, so, he probably said some things that the water boys probably shouldn't have heard. They never listened to him. They never actually covered up their ears. So what I got for him next year, so he doesn't have to worry about corrupting the children anymore. There's this nice pair of ladies' earmuffs. So their parents don't have to worry. All right, Coach, why don't you come up with this one? Alright, now many of you may know that Coach Rhodes, you've seen those Charlie's commercials.
Earmuffs, everybody.
You've seen those Charlie's commercials. We've got it looks pretty familiar, right? Well, it is Coach Rhodes. It is in fact Coach Rhodes. So, I know that when you're the premier male model in the Syracuse area, you get harassed a lot. I'm sure when he goes out to Wegmans, the paparazzi's all over it. He tries to go out and get dinner, and his fans are just mobbing him. So what I've seen, when I watch Entertainment Tonight, which I'm a big fan of, is a lot of them they kind of wear sunglasses. They look like a little small. I got him on the children's section. They kind of wear sunglasses that look like that, to help disguise them, so they can actually go out in public. So this is my gift to Coach Rhodes.
Ryan and I had the trainers and Mr. Zagby. This whole year, a lot of our teammates have had injuries, and it's been a big deal. And I've had a big deal with my ankles. And every day since the start of the season, I got my ankles taped, and I went from 2 layers of tape on it to like this special tape that was high tech and all that. I couldn't describe it. And I was very thankful for them the whole year, and I don't know what I would do without them. The whole team is thankful for you, and we're going to miss you, and I'm going to miss you a lot during when I go to college. So we got you guys gifts, and we got Mr. Zagby gifts too.
So we had a lot of support from Dan Murphy this year. Really enthusiastic on the sidelines, and he was there every game. He would come a lot during the practices. So want to give him a special thanks. So we got some gifts for him for being there, being an FM Hornet, nice and enthusiastic every game. So here you go, Dan.
We've also had a lot of support from all the parents this year, and we really appreciate you guys coming out to all our games. but we want to especially thank Mrs. Stegman, Mrs. Carter, Mrs. Lorraine, and Mrs. Zogby for being there to take pictures, and we really appreciate putting it on Shutterfly, everything. So, is that you guys good?
Woohoo!
Is it a memory card?
Yeah.
All right, the last of the gifts to the coaches, if you choose to. Yeah.
Folks, thank you very much. Thanks for being such an important part of all of our lives, and have a great evening. Thank you very much, everyone.